Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the tubes. I have a concept on water filtration. And if you stick around until after the intro, I'll show you something that's very ingenious using off-the-shelf parts and outside-the-box thinking. Stick around. Well, I'm glad you stuck around. Here's my thought. Some of y'all are going to recognize what this is. This is one of those coffee pods, but this is not a standard coffee pod. The standard coffee pods have the hard plastic bucket. This one's a little different. This one's a fine web with a hard plastic ring and a paper cover. Now this fine mesh material was designed to filter fine coffee and allow water to pass. What if we didn't use it for that? What if instead we took the time to remove the paper and the coffee? Well, that leaves us with a fine mesh filter that'll filter large particulates out of water in a stream. Trouble is, it slops around even in this smallmouth thermos. It would allow water to pass quite easily. But with a small modification that I've made, it fits quite snug. What did I do? What did I do to make it snug fit and watertight as far as the seal here? But water will pass through here. Well, this is an easy thing to do, boys and girls. It's called Ranger bands. Rubber. I believe it took 4 layers. But in a Stanley smallmouth thermos, it creates a seat that water can't pass through here. But yet it can through here. This is how you're going to filter particulates. Granted, this is not going to do anything about chemical purification or biological. That's where the boiling comes in. But here's the thing, boys and girls. You hear a lot of tubers say, oh, I'll just boil the water. Well, if you just scoop up a bucket of water from the pond and boil it, there are going to be large enough particulates in it to hide from the boiling things like crypto and giardia. You see, because if they're in a clot of dirt, the boiling can't get to them, and then you ingest that clot of dirt. Granted, it be tiny, you now have the germ in you. That's where this comes in. This takes the clot of dirt out. It's kind of along the lines of the filter sock thing made out of canvas, only this is a much finer weave. And because of its size, it's far more packable. Everybody can squeeze that into a pack. Even Graham weenies, as my friend out there, Hiram, says. He's the one always talking about Graham weenies. Well, there's a Graham weenie lovable. Well, that's it from the smithy for now. One more concept. Oh, and these are called degradables. Biodegradables. Which means over time, this filter will cease to exist. So, yeah, you're going to want to pick up a few of them. Now, what I did, I didn't even use it. I just took the paper off and dumped the coffee that's in it into my coffee container. It will get used, this coffee. I didn't just throw it away. But that's awful poking coffee grounds in there. I did use one of these. Didn't exactly care for it. But I'm starting to like it a lot better. Now here's an idea for you. Try it. You might like it. By the way, I mentioned that this and several of my Thermos brand thermoses would no longer keep things hot for more than an hour or two. This one, as a matter of fact, is down to 1 hour. I have a soon-to-be launched into the public, a project dealing with this and how to make it one of these more useful than it is. Because as it is, you can't do much of anything except haul water in it. But when I've published my video on this idea, y'all are going to love it. Peace out. By the way, don't forget to